Recently, a lot of my friends and even new people I've been meeting have been telling me that I just seem like the most peaceful, happy person they've ever met. And some of my friends who have known me for a longer period of time are telling me that I've changed, that I've become much happier. Some people I've met, even just in the last few months, have told me that they feel much more peaceful when they're around me. They feel safe, they feel happy and joyful, and they can't explain it. And so I'm going to attempt to explain what I've done in my life in order to feel peace whenever I want. And I'm not doing this in just a simple lifestyle. I'm not doing this with, going to the beach every day. Like, I know I live in Bali right now, but I don't do this just living an easy lifestyle. I feel peace whenever I want while I'm building an AI company, while running a different company. I feel peace whenever I want dealing with overwhelming situations every single day. Like hitting my head against a table, a board, a laptop. Like hitting my head against something because I have to deal with very difficult problems every single day. And yet I feel peaceful within that. And this is exactly how I've cultivated this state. And it's been a long time coming. It's actually something I've been working on for over 5 years. Working on my state of consciousness, as I'll call it. And my advice, it's pretty simple. It's to investigate exactly what's breaking your peace. Because you have moments, you have pockets of peace right now. But then if you clicked on a video like this, you probably have certain moments when you don't feel peaceful. Maybe it's thinking about your work, your future, worrying about some sort of thing that isn't happening right now. Maybe it's when you're looking in the mirror and you feel insecure, you don't feel good about how you look. Maybe it's feelings of loneliness. When it's nighttime and you don't have anyone to talk to, that you don't have any friends to reach out to and hang out with. Maybe it's in the gap of not having a partner right now, that you don't feel peaceful in these moments. The first thing I would do is identify, gain awareness over what specific moments you don't feel peaceful in right now. Because from what I've observed over the past 5 years on this journey, is that it's not about actually gaining something that you don't currently have. It's not about finding a specific method or adding something more in order to make yourself feel more peaceful. It's actually about eliminating. It's actually about letting go and accepting more of what you currently have right now. Which is easier said than done. Like that, you hear that and you're like, okay, but like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what do I do right now? But it's to say that, for example, if you're worried about your future, you're worried about a career that you don't have right now, or you don't like your job and you need to build a business, if you're worried about this gap right now, I would bet you that when you actually achieve the thing that you're worried about, that this loop isn't going to be resolved, but it's actually going to move on to something else. See, gaining awareness over whatever is breaking your peace right now within your career, within your relationships, within your health, all of it is very useful to become aware of right now, because once you get to the other side of achieving those goals, that same wound is there. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a wound. It's something that you must investigate within your own psyche, within your own consciousness, within who you are in order to resolve. It's not something that you get the thing and then it's resolved. And so gaining awareness over just these moments of where your peace is broken is the best way to start doing this. Just over the next few days, start to notice, like I don't feel maximum peace right now. It could be even right now as you're watching this video. And when you feel dysregulated, when you feel that emotion and you're off center, investigate it. Don't just fester in it. Don't just think this is how I'm supposed to feel. I deserve to feel this way. Don't just identify with what's going on right now. Ask yourself, like, what caused this? I was feeling good like 30 minutes ago, but what caused this negative feeling now? And what you'll find if you actually go through this exercise and you actually do this week is that there's usually a few causes to it. It's usually when you're on Instagram and you get reminded of someone else living this amazing life. That's the cue that triggers you to start feeling insecure about your future. And it's from that feeling of insecurity that you start spiraling and you have these thoughts, and then you're stuck in a moment of spiraling about why you're not who you need to be yet. And that's what broke your peace. It wasn't that you don't have the actual career yet. It's not that you didn't achieve the goal yet. Like, the problem isn't the actual gap between you and that external thing. The problem was actually the sequence of events that happened. And you might be saying to me, like, no, like, but I need that thing. I need the career. I need the money. I need to become this person that I've dreamed of becoming. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. There's nothing wrong with having ambition and wanting to create. But it doesn't fill the gap. Your level of peace is an independent system to the achievement of your goals in your career, in health, in relationships. These are two separate systems, and they must be worked on separately. And so, as you investigate deeper into the sequence, that's when you can really start getting into deeper work. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, like, I'm the only resource that you need on this topic. Like, once you start identifying these loops, this is the perfect thing to bring to a therapist. But what you can do by yourself is at least start to journal, start to write out. Like, as soon as you find that trigger and you're like, wow, like, yeah, when I go on Instagram and then I start like seeing these people living this life and it's causing me this reaction, like, why does that happen to me? Like, that's pretty strange, right? And then you dig a bit deeper, you ask why, and you go a layer deeper and you're like, wow, like, now that you like mention it, like, when I was growing up, my Indian parents were constantly comparing me to other kids and constantly reminding me that I wasn't enough in their eyes in comparison to these other kids. And this is when you can actually get into deeper inner work through this investigation, through being curious about where these things that are breaking your peace come from. And so one part of this is this investigation piece through journaling. And then another part of it is actually healing the wound, because once you identify this wound, then there's a lot of different things you can do in order to resolve it. Like, for example, for me, I used to be obese. I used to be like basically 70 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I was stuck in that more obese state for over 2 years. And when I finally lost the weight, like, it took me 2 years of trial and error. When I finally lost the weight, even though I got skinnier, I still had a deep stomach tension, which was pretty interesting. And I realized in hindsight that during those 2 years that I was heavily overweight, I would squeeze in my stomach in order to appear skinnier in other people's eyes. And so when I actually lost the weight, like, yes, I got the external goal. Yes, I actually did the thing. But I still had that wound of not feeling like I was enough in my stomach. And I've been working on this tension for over 5 years now. That's how deep this healing can be. And I don't think, like, it won't take you 5 years to resolve some of this stuff unless it is as, severe as mine was. But this is the next level of the healing, is if you have these tensions and these things that are breaking your peace in the body. And so you can investigate that through a whole different set of mechanisms. You can start getting into breath work. You can start meditating. You can actually go to energy healers, to even just masseuses, and start investigating what's going on. Like, where are these tensions in your body? So there's a whole healing process to this as well after you investigate what is breaking your peace. But what's cool is that when you do this investigation process and then you start taking action towards it, you start to resolve, you start to release some of those energies in your body, you start to meditate, do breath work and yoga, and start to clear the mind of having these stresses as well. When you get into this rhythm of doing all these things, it starts to snowball and you gain some momentum. And what's important is just being on this trajectory of thinking about these things, of slowly taking action, slowly journaling, slowly investigating, slowly adopting the habits of meditation, of breath work, of going to certain professionals for different things you want to resolve for yourself, taking action on all these areas, because then with time, in a few years, you will slowly and slowly chip away at what breaks your peace. And eventually, if you just stay consistent with this and if you stay rigorous with your curiosity about yourself and your peace, eventually you'll have people asking you how you got so happy. And that's the process to feel peace whenever you want. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more like this, go down, hit the subscribe, like button, and watch this next video. Peace.